Good morning and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie and I am your crime and thriller girlie who will give you some recommendations for some other genres too. But I am here to bring you a bit of a reading vlog, and today it is Sunday and the weather is rubbish. It is perfect reading weather day. It is wet, it is cold, and yeah, I am looking forward to get stuck into my reading. Plans for today. I have already been listening to my audiobook this morning and I am listening to Believe Me by Tahereh Mafi. This is the last novella in the series and it's pointless, but I'm wanting to get through it. I am currently, I think, about 70-75% in. May finish that today, who knows. The other book that I am going to read because I'm about to go live is The Devil's Smile by Danielle Sellers, and that is book 2 in the Yorkshire Killing series, and it is in my series where I try and find books that are not hyped on social media, because I'm very much following the hype sometimes and I want to get out of that because I feel like my expectations are different to what I would think, and I have found a gem, as you'll see in the reading update from last week. So yeah, that's the plan today. I want to get through a good chunk of that because I'm aware we're nearly at the end of September. I have got a book that I soft DNF that I also want to try and finish, but I don't think I will. But The Devil's Smile is definitely my plan for today. You'll get some vlogs of me reading, maybe gaming if I pick it up later, who knows. I've got a few bits I want to get done. I've got food prep to do, I've got resources to make for work. I think this vlog's going to be very weird, but I'm back, hopefully, with a very decent vlog for you guys. But yeah, I need to hop off and edit some stuff, so I will catch you all very, very soon. Good morning and happy Monday. As you can see, the black is back. I am back at work and I'm surprisingly chirpy for that. Now, I'm going to quickly talk to you about yesterday. Yesterday ended up being a really good reading day. So as I said yesterday, I was going to read The Devil's Smile by Danielle Sellers, and I went on live and I read 200 pages of that in 3 hours. With breaks, obviously. But actually last night I finished that book. So this morning I've got up and written my review for that because I finished it about 8:30 last night. Enjoyable read, very much looking forward to meeting the author on Thursday. The other book I did pick up was Believe Me by Tahereh Mafi, and I did listen to quite a bit of that yesterday. Put some more on just before bed to get to the chapter point to be able to log my pages. I don't like finishing mid-chapter. That being said, this morning I've put that on because I had half an hour left and I have finished that. So that's my audiobooks done for September, which is a little bit wild. So good novella actually, once you got past the complete carbon copy of Imagine Me, because believe me, literally the first 2 chapters of that was the epilogue to Imagine Me. And then yeah, so today's plan is I've got 2 days before the end of the month, so I don't want to start a new book because I'm working, so I'm not going to be able to read a whole book. So the plan is, I did soft DNF Serial Killer Games by Kate Posey, so my plan is actually to pick that back up. I may flick between audio and physical for that because I'm not enjoying it, like I said, I've soft DNF'd. However, I don't like DNFing books and I am 40% in. It's on my Kindle, so I'm going to try and read it. So the plan is to get home today, either put it on audio while I game, because I'm hoping to get a finish at 3:30 before my partner finishes work at 5. If not, I will probably read the physical before bed. If I don't get it finished, it's not the end of the world because I have soft DNF'd it. But because it's an ad PR, I kind of don't want to give it up. But that is the plan. I am at work, so content is a little less today, but I'm ready and raring, so speak to you all soon. Good morning and happy Tuesday. It is the last day of September. I am not quite sure how that happened. And I'm a bit stuck on books. So yesterday I did end up finishing Believe Me by Tahereh Mafi, and yeah, decent book. Like, once you got past the repetitiveness of Imagine Me, it was actually quite decent. So I did stick to that, and then I did attempt to pick back up a book I'd soft DNF'd, and that was Serial Killer Games by Kate Posey, and I think I read like 6 pages of that, and I'm DNFing it, and that leaves me on the last day of the month with nothing to read, and so I'm not sure why I'm bringing you today. The content was pretty sparse yesterday. I went to work as planned, but didn't finish when planned, finished later, then had to pick the car up from the garage, got back time I got home and had tea. I was far too tired. So I did play a little bit of DLV, which I think you guys saw. But yeah, so today I'm contemplating starting one of my October reads just because I feel like I need to just get lost in another world. So potentially, I've got a vote up on my Patreon at the time of recording this. So I think as it stands, The Tenant by Frida McFadden is currently winning. So I will probably pick that up tonight if that is still winning when I get home from work. Because the plan is to film content now. So I've got my September reads stacked, my October TBR stacked, which I've already filmed the October TBR and that will already have gone out. But I just need to film it for my other social media platforms. So yeah, busy start to my day, but I'm hoping that when I come home, hopefully at 3:30 today, I can just flick, get lost in a book and just forget about the world for a little bit. But we'll see. We all know I said that yesterday. So yeah, have a lovely day and I'll speak to you all soon. Good morning and happy Wednesday. I'm not gonna lie, the content's thin, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I've struggled a little bit going back to work full time and actually managing both the content creating and working full time side of things. I think I've kind of let things go a little bit in terms of filming this week, and I haven't actually read much. So I only read about 27 pages on Monday. And then yesterday I did start The Tenant by Frida McFadden, and I did manage to read like 36 pages of that, I think. But again, I was so tired, and by the time I got home and things like that, I had a few jobs I needed to do. So yeah, you've got a little bit of content of me in bed. That's basically it. But I'm going to try and do better for the rest of the week now. So today I'm going to continue with The Tenant. I am, like I said, I'm only a few pages in, so I don't really know where it's going. But yeah, so far nothing's happened. But that tends to be the case with Frida. Like the first 50 pages are normally very scene setting. So it's no different to any other Frida I've read. So we'll definitely see how that goes. I am having my nails done tonight, so I'm not going to have as much time to read as I would want. So we'll see. I think this week's definitely a lot slower a week because I'm back full time. And I think being back full time just really makes a difference. But yeah, I am going to go and have another busy day at work. The weather is dreadful. Like, it's so dark and wet. It's definitely autumnal now, which just does not make me want to go to work because I want to sit and read my book all day because it's raining. So yeah, that's the quick, very mundane update, guys. Sorry, but yeah, have a lovely Wednesday and hopefully there'll be some content coming soon. Good morning and happy Thursday. I'm actually filming this later than normal. I have worked from home this morning, which has been really, really nice. Managed to get absolutely loads done, so I thought I'd quickly film this while I have my lunch and head off into work. But yesterday, a busy day, went and had my nails done. Autumnal. And basically, yeah, I picked up The Tenant when I got home before bed and actually read over 70 pages, which surprised me, but I'm about a third of the way through now and I'm enjoying it. And that being said, I am going to continue that today. I am going to read it now quickly while I have some lunch and may read when I get home if I have time. But I have also picked up my audiobook this morning, and that is Reckless by Lauren Roberts. I keep wanting to say Elsie Silver because she also has a book called Reckless. But it is the second book in the Powerless trilogy. Is it a trilogy now? So I've listened to quite a bit of that. I've listened to well over 100 pages. I think I'm up to the 4 hour point. So literally I've put that on this morning and got loads done. That's my dinner ready and my buns are not even. There we go. Let's just get... Welcome to the chaos that is my videos. That's annoying me that needs to go down then. There we go. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm just a million things at once. But the exciting thing I want to talk to you about very quickly is that I'm actually going to an author event tonight. So my local library has put on an author event. So I'm going to meet Danielle Sellers, who is the author of the Yorkshire Killing series. I'll put the books up here. I read them last month and really enjoyed them, and he does also have a detective series, and you guys know how I feel about a detective series. So I'm very much looking forward to getting stuck into that series, maybe next year. Now I've got quite a few books I need to knock off this TBR first. But very excited to meet him. It's the first time I've ever been to an event that isn't Steve Kavanagh, for one. But two, Steve Kavanagh just does signings at the Waterstones I went to, whereas this is at my local library and it's a talk. So I'm really excited to see like how this is going to look, how this is going to go. I've never been to an event like this before, and I'm going on my own. So I'm dead proud of myself for that, may I add. First time I've gone to an event on my own, so I'm a little bit nervous, which is like expected. But nonetheless, I'm still like looking forward to it. So yeah. But my lunch is ready, so I'm going to go and eat my lunch, go to work, hopefully read the books I've told you about, and I will bring you with me to the author event tonight. Good morning and happy Friday. Thank the Lord we've made it to the weekend. What a week. It has been wild to say the least. Firstly, I'm going to start with, I said I was bringing you to an author event yesterday. However, on that author event, let's just say I couldn't film. It wasn't the best circumstances. It would have been very frowned upon, not by the author, I don't think, because the author's very much on social media. But yeah, so you've got a couple of clips of the book that I got, but what I will say is the talk was really good, really enjoyable, really like insightful. So I'm about to film a TikTok video on this, but I'll put it in here as well. Basically, obviously I knew that an author would not get much, but when their books come on 99p Kindle deal, obviously their sales increase, but they don't earn any more because obviously they get less money. And actually what I didn't know is that when you borrow a book from a library, you're actually better off doing that, because obviously the library gets the book in, so then the author gets money from that. And then they get so much money from every person that borrows the book, and obviously, you know, which I thought was really nice, because that's supporting your local libraries but supporting the author, and it caps at like over £6,000 or something per year, but like it's still helping them out more than like the Kindle Unlimited deal, Kindle Unlimited, the 99p Kindle deals. So yeah, and it was nice to chat to him. He was like, oh, you're the one off Instagram. So it was really lovely. I did really enjoy it. That being said, yesterday I obviously talked about the fact that I listened to Reckless before I went to work, and I can confirm I did listen to 144 pages of that, and into today sort of, we'll do a bit of both here. I'm very tired, I'm running on about 3 hours sleep. I basically have continued Reckless this morning. I don't know where I'm at, I'm mid-chapter, but when I get home, I'm going to do some social media stuff, like edit a couple of videos and get some stuff, because I'm at a wedding tomorrow, so I won't have as much time to get like my weekly stuff wrapped up, so I want to make a good start, so I don't need as much time Saturday to do it. So I'll probably finish it and see where I'm at there, but I've listened to a good hour of it this morning. And the other book obviously is The Tenant, which is currently ongoing, and I did read that, so I read that before I went to work while I had my dinner. And then I did read a little bit while I was waiting for the author event to start, because I did get there a little bit early, and the people there weren't very chatty and sociable, so I just sat at the back with my book, and I did read for a little bit, and yeah, that's as much I got in, because what I didn't realise was the event finished at like 9, and I was so buzzing. That's probably why I haven't slept. So yeah, that's my long chatty update. Hopefully I'll bring some content. I'm not doing very good at that because I've been at work most of the full time all week, and I just haven't done anything else because I'm so tired. So yeah, I am going live on Patreon this evening, so that'll be nice, my first live, so I'll kind of try and bring you along with me. Saturday, like I say, we'll talk about tomorrow properly, but I have a wedding, so not my own. But yeah, so that's my update. This video is probably going to be short and sweet, I think, today, like this week, because I'm still getting back into filming the content. I had loads of ideas planned, but they just haven't executed. But hopefully you enjoy it anyway. Have a lovely Friday, and I'll speak to you all tomorrow. done up on a Saturday. So firstly, I apologise for this. I am going to a wedding like later on in the evening, so I haven't bothered getting dressed. I was going to head out, but in the UK there is a massive storm. So I looked at it and went, not worth my time of day. It's bad enough having to drive an hour to a wedding. So yeah, this is why I look like this. And I thought I'm bringing you some realness. I don't always look done up. Anyway, let's quickly talk about yesterday. So I briefly mentioned, in fact, no, we'll go backwards. So basically, I did say I was going to read The Tenant by Freida McFadden, and I did go live on Patreon, and I actually read and finished The Tenant by Freida McFadden. I read 60% of that book. It was fast-paced, it was really enjoyable. Obviously, the full rating will come at the end of the month. However, if you're not already, they'll probably be up, definitely up on Instagram, because I've just posted it. And it'll be on TikTok eventually, when I don't look like this. So yeah, I finished that. So that was like a wow moment. The other book I did obviously pick up yesterday was Reckless by Lauren Roberts, and I listened to about 30 odd pages of that. I thought I listened to more, but I did have it on while I got ready for work, that was it. So maybe, you know, that's why. And that being said, that leads me very nicely into today. And I'm actually filming this at like 10:30 because I've got up this morning, got sorted straight away. I've done a load of social media. I've cleaned the house and, well, I've cleaned the downstairs, can't do upstairs. My partner's asleep. But I've done that. I've done all my social media, edited this particular reading vlog bar this video because, like I've just said, wedding. So I've listened to a lot of Reckless. I've listened to like 150 pages of that, and I've got about an hour and a half to go. So yeah, I've eaten through that without even realising it. It was just so easy to get lost in it. I'm actually quite enjoying it. That series isn't too bad a read for me because it is a different genre to my usual. So the other book that I'm actually about to pick up now, which is why I'm back in my Oodie and Cozy again, is I'm going to start You Kill Me First by John Marrs. So as I said, because I finished The Tenant last night, I didn't really know what I wanted to pick up next. I've got a buddy read, I've got a release I need to read before it comes out. Like, there's so many things I've got on the go at the minute in my head that I thought, no, I'm going to go back to the Patreon and pick the book that came second. And it was a very close second. So I've heard really good things about You Kill Me First. It's set in November, Bonfire Night to be exact. So I thought it would be really good to pick up that first and just see how we go. And I have got the book next to me because, like I said, I'm about to start reading. There are a few people sprinting on TikTok at the moment. Look at the flop. So yeah, I might actually read between physical and Kindle because it is on KU. And I am very much in my cozy Kindle era, so I am going to go make a cup of tea. I don't know why I went posh when I said cup of tea. But yeah, so I'm going to read You Kill Me first. That is a plan, and then I am going to the wedding. I might do a quick video of my outfit, depending how I feel in it. I'm not very body confident at the moment, but that's a whole new story. So yeah, this scruffy mare is going to take herself off to do some reading. So come and join me, and I will bring you a very quick end of day update, as obviously this is the last kind of chatty video of the vlog. I've made it through the week. The content isn't horrendous, but it's not great. I'm hoping for a better week next week, but I'm not going to lie to you guys. I have had a bit of a mental block this week. I am struggling a little bit, and books are my escape, which is why I'm loving filming these booktubes. So yeah, that's where we're at. I'm going to head off now, and I'm going to go and read. So come along with me, and yeah, bring you an end of day update. Good morning. We are at the end of the vlog. It is the next day. I did not get home till like well after 11 last night. I forgot to bring you with me, I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit anxious, and I think that's why. It was a big deal for me to go out yesterday. It's the first time. As you can see, this is the look I'm going for today, and I'm fine with that, even if my fringe is a little bit happy. Let me quickly talk to you about yesterday. So I did listen to Reckless by Lauren Roberts, and I got to the 300 and something page mark. I think I read about 150 pages yesterday. I'm just going to calculate my pages now before I go live. But I've got 2 hours left in that. I was going to listen to that today, but I have decided to watch Strictly Come Dancing instead. Anyway, the other book I did pick up was You Kill Me First by John Marrs, and I started that and got 60 pages in. Now, weird things are happening, but it's not quite as full on as I was expecting it to be. So I don't know how I feel about it yet. I'm still going to enjoy it. Like, I just feel like you have this massive bang of a start, which is what the book is about. But then it, like, yeah, I don't know. you'll find out next week, because I should hopefully read and finish that, because I've also got an arc I need to read next week as well. But yeah, that is a wrap on this vlog. I'm sorry guys, it wasn't the best vlog I could ever bring you. I do intend to try and do better next week, but we'll see, because it's another full week at work. So yeah, we'll see how things go. But thank you for joining me on a reading vlog. I hope that you have enjoyed, guys. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button and I will catch you all in the next video.